I think this worked. Thank God. I am so ready for a drink. I have things to tell you. I know. So, welcome everybody to the Katie's Arms online. Thank you for joining me at the pub. I have drink in hand. If you can hear voices, that's the room next door. Evening. If you can you hear voices? If you can, that's literally the room next door. I've got things to tell you. Hello. Drinking the same bottle. There we are. We're cheap dates. Lovely Mark is outraged by the whole thing. He thinks my wine taste is appalling, but I think it's marvellous. And cheers to everybody who was with me yesterday in Manchester and the day before in Birmingham. Is that right? No, last night, Birmingham, the day before Manchester at Karen's Diner. We had, I think, was anybody there? I think some of you were there. We had the loveliest time all together. It was terrific. And if you were there last night in Birmingham, thank you so much. It was one of those places where the arrangement of the Karen's was, you know, it's for a burger bar. So people were kind of round the corners and all over the place. And then the manager came in and went, oh, we're having problems with the microphone. It's like, good, great. So thank you if you were there. And please come back to Birmingham. I am. There is another date for Birmingham on the tour. And actually the next venue is a venue where you can sit and see, and I won't need to stand on a burger bar seat. So whoever was next to my feet last night when I kicked off my shoes and started standing on the chairs, thank you very much for persevering. And thanks to everybody who just kind of mucked in, you know, and just dragged up a chair for us to all laugh at the madness together. We had a lovely time, and afterwards I stay so that we can all do selfies or have chit chats or whatever. And that's my favourite bit, to be honest, of the whole thing, because we all get to have a bit of a natter and a bit of a laugh. So to everybody who was there, thank you. You're sold out in Edinburgh. I know we added another night and that's sold out as well. But we are returning to Birmingham. I know we are. And I was just doing a thing, if you're watching in Cardiff, hello Spain, I'm just doing a promo for it, 20th of June. I'm in the boxing arena. What's it called when they do MMA, isn't it? So I'm going where the MMA fighters go to do a night of stand-up, which I think is really, really appropriate. I was actually going to do MMA. I was offered to go and do it and I said yes. But this is actually just me doing funnies. So if you're in Cardiff or can get to Cardiff and get to the boxing arena for the 20th of June, that is going to be a massive night and we are going to be a monster-sized audience. So that will be terrific. Bournemouth sold out. Yeah, so sorry for that. So let me tell you the gossip. I am currently in a hotel and there is a comedy club here tonight, downstairs from where I am, literally. My neighbours here in the hotel are really, really noisy. They are also really, really fucking annoying. And I'm kind of hoping they can hear me saying this, because they're the sort of poncy bastards that I can't stand, that come down here to the West Country where I grew up and where I belong and where I will defend no matter what and criticise. And I may be in an old hotel and it may have really cute old things in it. Let me, you're the neighbour. Well, get round here then so I can slag you off. Let me just show you this telephone. It's the cutest thing you ever saw. Hold on. I can't get it. It's like a proper old... Do you remember, did anyone ever work at a secretary when there was like really, really old-fashioned... Well, anyway, it's that kind of place. And this is the sort of place where lovely people and lovely old people would like to come and have a lovely time by the seaside in the West Country. And I think it's lovely. But next door, of course, because they're from the city, I'm sure, given our posh accent, I think they're out listening now. You can listen all you want. Nothing is good enough. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's a shower curtain. Come and look. Come and look. There's a... Yes, my NHS desk phone. Exactly. There's a shower curtain. Oh, a shower curtain. I won't be going in that then. Oh, that's disgusting. I've been in places like this before and I just don't shower for a week. Oh, I mean, fuck off, right? Who cares if there's a shower curtain? I don't mind a shower curtain. Do you? Exactly, tossers. I particularly like it, actually, when someone else's shower curtain is velcroed onto me. I think it's quite funny when you have to fight your way out of it. Anyway, I think them and I are going to get on splendidly, and hopefully they're listening to this and will learn that I'm not that impressed by their fuckery coming down to the West Country, and it might just be that a little bit later on I need to go around and tell them as much. Anyway, it's pronounced bouquet, dear. Exactly. Kate Middleton. So immediately... Oh, I've got a hair. Hold on. I don't think it's actually coming out of my nose. I mean, it could be. I know they are a bit Deirdre Barlow, aren't they? I quite like them because of it. She was kind of really dull, wasn't she, on Coronation Street, Deirdre Barlow? So when people say you look like Deirdre Barlow, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty rock and roll, actually. So Princess Kate comes out with her announcement that she has cancer. God knows how she managed to do a great job of delivering that with a brilliant sincerity like she does. And you know exactly what's going to happen immediately after, don't you? And I'm not one to use the word cunt, as you know. It's not in my vocab, it's not something I agree with necessarily. But there's times, I think, don't you, that cunt is the only word. And let me tell you who I'm specifically directing this at. I'm specifically directing this at all the little tiny cockwomble chipolata cocks on Twitter. And the chipolata cocks on Twitter that live their lives with their tiny little penis to see how many clicks they can get. And so now, of course, is a maximum click opportunity moment, isn't it? Because, heart's sympathy and sadness to Princess Kate. She's this, she's that, she's fantastic, she's so much love. At this moment, the nation is joined in grief and sadness. Darren Grimes. And I just think, oh, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? The bird's going through it. She's had all of you lot gossiping about her the whole time. God knows what's going on in that poor bird's life. I'm sure it's not all fine and dandy. And now you want to get clicks. All of them. Every single leader, every single person with the public profile, all of them. Thoughts and prayers, love to her. Just fudge off. She basically said, just sod off and leave me alone for a bit, would you? So do that, you dicks. And you know, I know these guys. I know some of them. You know, I've had to spend time in rooms with them. They'll be going back on their feed, right? Checking to see how many likes I got. You know, oh, look, I posted something about Princess Kate and said how sorry I am that she's got cancer and how it killed my nan. And, how many clicks did I get? You know, how many likes did I get? How many retweets? Did you not hear her? She just said, leave her alone, you tiny little pricks, Farage, Darren Grimes. All the rest, shut the fuck up. I know, Mardy, old cow, aren't I? My first drop of wine. We have to do this every Katie's Arms, because every Katie's Arms people try and excuse me away by saying I'm 18 bottles to the worse off. I'm not. I genuinely mean what I say. I genuinely mean all of this sober. I apologise for none of it. And it's not that I'm deliberately trying to be offensive. I genuinely think this stuff. And if we were in a pub together or on a, I don't know, pair of sun loungers together, this is the stuff I would say. And it's the stuff a lot of people are saying but don't say because they want to be liked. And I'm not asking to be liked because I never have. Can we discuss the eggs again? Oh, that was the Cadbury's cream egg tits that I had. And I thought they looked quite good till I saw the side profile. It was just like Cadbury's cream egg. Right, shall we carry on with our list? Dead Derek. Dead Derek. Oh, two things. One of them is a brilliant bit of gossip. Say it how it is, brilliant, best way to be, but very rare. Because everyone has someone to please. Everyone's after money, or to be rebooked on GB News, you know, or to be booked on BBC, or maybe they'll get a gig on this thing or that thing. Fuck that. Don't invite me. It's fine. I'll ask my own little, you know, my little friends who support me or don't, or like what I say or don't, to come along and have a laugh at me. Don't invite me. That's fine. Fuck you. Anyway, here we go. Dead Derek. Tuesday night. Guess what the documentary is? Life After Derek. Just as I told you. And you know what she said? She said, I wish Derek was here to see it. I wish Derek was here to see it. Babe, he is it. It is him. He didn't know you were filming him because he's too dead already, but he is in it. He did see it because it is him, isn't it? So he doesn't need to be here to see it because he knows you made it, maybe, because you had the camera shoved in his face. She had the sun there for the last breaths. So he doesn't need to see it, love, because he's already been in all of the edit. So, funny story. I'm doing my, you know, Katie, giving it large, at Karen's stand-up, some would call it. I much prefer to call it, you know, chatting with our family on the road. Not that we are agreeing, I'm just saying what I think. So I'm going off on Dead Derek and having a bit of a laugh. And I'm reading out my text messages from my mum, because my mum basically was like, why don't you think before you speak? Right? My mum was like, I see you've put your foot in it. My mum always sides with the people that really go against me. Don't ask me why, she's supposed to be my mum. I see you've put your foot in it again. So I was reading out this and I was doing some funny stuff in what I think is funny. And we know, oh my God, I can't cope, right? One of the audience at my event, I don't mean mine, but you know, an event with my name on, as in they know who they're coming to see. She went, you're disgusting. And she sat in a burger bar booth with her friends who brought her as her birthday treat. And she is a massive Kate Garraway fan. And she said, you're disgusting. And because she was obviously, you know, maybe a few bottles to the worse, which everybody's entitled to a night out and everyone is entitled to piss themselves and everyone can do what they want and I will help them. So unfortunately, because she started to maybe not do so well, she had to be taken out. And even as she was taken out, she was holding up her camera to try and film because she was outraged because she loves Kate Garraway. So if you were there, thank you. And if you're her friend or you're her even, you're always welcome to come back. I am a supporter of people that piss themselves for any reasons when they're out. And all of the stuff at Karen's is wiped clean anyway, and the floors are moppable. So don't worry about it. And I harbour no grudges. What you were trying to express was that you disagreed with me, and I welcome that. So if you're listening tonight, or in any way feel a sense of like, oh God, don't feel like that. I will happily give you a free ticket to come again. And to all the rest of the room who were shouting, out, 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 thanks as well, because you were really good value. So anyway, let me tell you what I'm doing now. Hilarious. I know. Security were just divine and were being so cute. And bless everybody, you know, because we've all been there, haven't we? Have we? No. So let me tell you what I'm doing. Tonight, where I'm going, is a comedy night, right? And they have an evening tonight called, I think it's called Club Night or something. And they have new acts come and have a go. Or, you know, they advertise themselves as really famous faces from, you know, this and that, and 8 out of 10 this, and whatever. We're so great. And it's all guys. And it's sold out. And even actually an additional pricing tier they've got has sold out tonight. But I'm going to go and do a set at this comedy gig tonight with no name. Not that my name's a name, but under just a regular name, not my name. So they don't know that I'm about to go and do this. And I don't know what the audience is. And actually that's really good, isn't it? That's a really good test for someone like me, because with my own audience, of course, you know, I know what I think is funny, and I know that you'll tolerate me being a lunatic because you guys know me. These guys don't. And who's that real bastard comedian who I don't find funny? Is it Frankie Boyle? Is that a person? Someone go as Kate Garraway. I would, but I can't because I haven't got the thick hair. I need really, really thick hair that comes out from here, don't I? If you notice, Kate Garraway's forehead is this big, you know, which I think is probably, it's a real blessing to have thick hair. I would love it. But her forehead is literally this big. She's one of those people, you can imagine her when she was a baby. She'd be one of those really freaky babies that got born with a head full of hair that you look at and think, what the fuck is that? Is that a baby or what? You know what I mean? Like when hair comes out from just here, like straight out. Don't mention Dead Derek. The Scottish one is Frankie Boyle, right? I haven't got her tits either. Well, that is rude. Look, I can pull these. Hold on. If I pull them, see what you have to do is you have to go under your bra and pull up from like here. So you get like skin that's like just not really boob. Right, and you just pull it up. This girls like me know this. So then what you end up with, look, hold on. If I get it right, there, look. See? Cleavage, huh? But actually it's just skin from her stomach. Anyway, so in a few weeks, they're having that CUNT, Frankie Boyle. So that gives you a sense of the type of audience that's down there that I'm about to go and march out in front of and do my kind of funny. And I am fully expecting, if anyone recognises me, obviously they have to hate me because that's what they've been taught to do. And if they don't recognise me, but I start doing what I think's funny, maybe I'll do some Dead Derek, they're not going to find that funny at all, which means they might just start shouting like, boo. So we'll see how it goes and I will report back to you. But that's what's happening in about 10 minutes time, which is why we're early tonight. Is it being recorded? Yeah. Oh, when am I in Cardiff? I'm in Cardiff. I just did a little thing for the venue because I think we're going to sell out, which means we are going to be a big number of people, 20th of June. So yeah, it's being recorded, which means you'll have me in front of a Frankie Boyle audience doing my, you know, what I need is some strong men. I don't need any weedy little lefties with their little chipolatas. And it will be Frankie Boyle's audience who are all like that, right? Just ugly ginger people with tiny pricks. Oh, I know, I've got to be mad. What can I tell you? Oh, a couple of other things I wanted to say. The bloody England flag. I need to get amongst this. I've been on the road, so I haven't got amongst it yet. But of course, the England flag should be left well alone. Of course, I think Nike are lying when they say they're using colours from the 1960s kit. I don't believe that. I think they're using the bisexual flag, which is actually what that colour transition through the purple gradients is. It's the bisexual flag. I think they're specifically doing it and have received funding or encouragement to do it in order to promote the female game and all of the bisexual / lesbians in the Lionesses. And you know, if you know me, I love me a lesbian. And you know that. I love me a proper, sturdy lesbian. Like, It's probably one of my first choice of people. If I had to go and sit next to someone, you know, if you've got a sturdy with some sturdy shoes and a good substantial hairline, maybe even some chin hair, my favourite kind of person. So this has nothing to do with anti-lesbian. But I don't like the modern lesbian, the Alex Scott lesbian. But anyway, that's what I think Nike are doing. They should leave the St George's Cross well alone, of course. But what I will add, because this seems to be being missed, is Labour, and it doesn't matter, the politics don't matter because all politicians are dickheads, but Labour wanted to own this, right, as a talking point, because Labour are keen to win people that might be Tory voters, so they want to own this conversation. So you've got Keir Starmer saying, well, we should leave the St George's Cross alone. And then they've pushed out that fat Chumbawamba, Emily Thornberry, to say, oh yeah, we should leave the St George's Cross alone. Why is anyone meddling with the St George's Cross? The very same Emily Thornberry that mocked a town, you guys will help me with what town it was, but some guy had a white van and he had a St George's Cross hanging out of his windows. I think it was in the time of a football tournament, I want to say. Please correct me. But Emily Thornberry was the one mocking decent Brits who had a white van and an England flag as being, you know, small-minded, unintelligent, racist. And today she's out there going, oh, well, I think we should leave the St George's Cross alone. Because this is typical politicians. They'll say anything that they're required to say. Emily Thornberry would sneer privately any day of the week about that flag. So just that whole bullshit. That's what I wanted to say. Anything else I wanted to say? Well, only that West Yorkshire police are investigating the Tory donor who said that Diane Abbott made him hate all black people and that she should be shot. He said that had nothing to do with her colour. What I love about this is that because West Yorkshire police are investigating it as hate crimes, it means that it's hitting the news again, and newsreaders are obliged then to read out what Mr. Hester said about Diane Abbott. Diane Abbott makes them hate all black people and that she should be shot. So if it wasn't for West Yorkshire police, we wouldn't be hearing that over and over again. Can I just let you know something personally? Is that any time I've had particular trouble in my life and any time my life has been particularly hard, for any reason, all roads lead back to West Yorkshire Police. Every single time. Every single time something has happened, when I was more well-known, you know, like had the Mail Online column or my LBC show, or there was a case where a tweet of mine was supposed to have been spray painted into someone's home and it was all a complete setup, always links back to West Yorkshire Police. Whatever they're linked to, whoever they're linked to, whatever heads of religious organisations they're linked to or Hearts of Darkness they're linked to, I almost refuse to die before I know what is going on at West Yorkshire Police, because it's something. It's something. And it is of no surprise to me whatsoever that they are the police force that wants the headlines for investigating someone that may have said something about Diane Abbott. It's always them. And once, most recently, when police turned up at my door, non-uniformed, it was West Yorkshire Police. It had nothing to do with the Midlands or West Yorkshire, and they started to try and question my children who were inside my house. And they were non-uniformed, they didn't show their badges, and they were trying to get information from my children at my house. And I don't live in West Yorkshire, I can assure you. So the Heart of Darkness to me is West Yorkshire Police, whatever is going on there. Good luck with the show, I know, right? I'm excited. So how long have we got? We've got 5 minutes before I need to get myself ready and think about what I'm going to go out there and do. Scare the poor bastards. Yes, people sharing the lovely St George's cross, which many of us are very proud of. And regardless, really, of what Nike try and do to it, we know what it is, we know what it stands for, and we will continue to fly it. And that's much of what actually we're about, isn't it? It doesn't matter so much what these assholes do, because we know who we are, we know what we believe in, we know what we stand for, and they can continue down this route, but eventually we win. Eventually we prevail, because good always wins. And the people that are on our side, who just want everyone to be all right, are actually always going to win in the end. And you'll know that I say I might not make it to the end, but we carry the baton and then we pass it over to the next lot. Give me a hello. Hello. Boycott Nike. You can boycott them. I don't think I buy Nike stuff anyway. But most importantly, you just have to know in your heart what's right. I have a flagpole in my garden, of course. And so what I do is go out and fly the St George's cross. And I will, when I get back home eventually, I will get my St George's cross out and fly it. And that's that's what we can do. Start wearing it, start showing it, start using it, start having it as a pin. Just have it more and more, or get it printed off and leave it places. Find Nike stores and put St George's crosses in their windows. I mean, small acts of defiance, I think, are very worthwhile, because they'll make you feel better. And those small acts of defiance are the things that I do every day. It's why I'm here, sat above a comedy night where I'm probably not welcome. I'm probably about to be booed on stage. But in my heart, I know that I find I have purpose, and that's okay. And pride, if I could just say, is overrated. And being liked by people who aren't really worth your emotional energy is overrated as well. I don't need to be liked by whoever's in the room downstairs, and that's okay. And I don't necessarily want them to agree with me, because they're probably the sorts of people like next door who are desperate to fit in and think that having a shower curtain is the worst thing that could happen to you, which makes them the fucking wankers, not me, really, doesn't it? Anyway, I best go, hadn't I? I better go and have a wee. Can I say as well, the lady that posts my stuff to TikTok, I'm not on TikTok, but there's a lady that takes my stuff and posts it on there so that we can help engage a younger audience. She was at my event last night, so it was a privilege to meet her. And to all of you out there that are good enough to share my stuff maybe, or send it to someone else, or share it with someone that you think will find it funny, thank you for doing that. We are growing in number, and I have some quite exciting news coming up in about a week's time that I'll be able to tell you about once I am safely in place. So, and I'm sure that that's got a lot to do with all of you lot sharing my stuff. So thank you so much. If you will come and see me, join your family. It's not about seeing me. It's about being part of what we've got going on. And I can tell you from people who were there last night, it's really something. It's lovely, and I love it. So do try and join us on the road if you can. So www.katiesarms.com. Tickets are selling really well. If we're already sold out, I'm really sorry. But do maybe just think about trying to share lifts or get in a car and just come to somewhere, because it's just lovely. And it reminds me every time why I'm now doing this that I never thought I would be doing, because I know it's the right thing to be doing. Okay, so hang on in there. Don't let the bastards get you down. And wish me luck with this bunch of fucking lunatics downstairs. Okay, good night, everybody. And I'll see you somewhere on the road.